The classic series of Thomas. Such charm, character and atmosphere in the early days of the island of Sodor. Taking inspiration from such classics that came before it, such as Captain Scarlet, Stingray and Thunderbirds, which David Mitten worked on as pyrotechnics expert, what made the early model series so memorable to watch was the sets, the sense of depth in the foreground, and of course the practical effects. Now, when you think of the classic series of Thomas, what would you say is one of the most essential parts of the world these characters live in? One of them that certainly comes to mind is, of course, the stations. Stations are a crucial part of the series, to the point that almost every episode contains one, be it on the main line, Thomas's branch line, the Scarlowy Railway. The stations are always there. They're focal points for a lot of the storylines, be it Thomas and the Guard, Peter, Sam and the Refreshment Lady, Buzz, just to name a few. And due to this, they make this world feel huge and makes you wonder where the tracks will lead us to next. Which got me thinking, how many of these disappeared when the golden era of the show came to an end? Now, for context, which I've stated quite a few times now, I grew up with series 1 to 5. That's my jam. And to me, that's when the show ended, when the charm died. So that's what I'll be focusing on today. So let's sit down and go through these iconic landmarks of the show, take a brief look at the history and overall when they disappeared from our screens. So to kick things off, I thought we would go alphabetically in order, and the first station that makes the cut after season 5 is... So Callandale was a small station situated on the loop line near the River Tid and Callan. The station precedes Tidmouth Town Square before passing trains heading on to Elsbridge and Cros-ny. Callandale's first and only appearance would be in the season 4 episode Thomas and Stepney, but would later go on to appear in music videos Really Useful Engine and Percy's Seaside Trip. The basis of the station is Abergynolwyn, which is situated on the Thecheekyengine Railway due to the prop being rescued from one of the Scarlowy station buildings. This is the first of many one and done appearances on this list. Probably one of the most iconic stations in the first 2 seasons, Elsbridge is one a lot of fans probably would not expect to see on this list. The station serves as a junction between Thomas's branch line and the loop line. Debuting way back in season 1 with Thomas and the Trucks, the station would go on to appear in various episodes up until series 4, where the station never appeared again. There are mentions of it in season 5, and leaks suggest it was due to appear in series 8 before being cut. Situated in a small village west of Farquhar is Hackenbeck, served by Thomas's branch line. This station first came onto our screens in 1991 with the episode Thomas Gets Bumped. The station will go on to appear in several episodes in Series 3 and Series 4 respectively, before at last being shown in 1995 with the Season 4 episode Mind That Bike. The village and station of Haultraugh are both situated on the west coast of the island by the sea and serviced by Duck and Oliver on the Little Western. Now, this station is a classic example of one and done treatment within the classic model series. The station first appeared in season 3 episode Bulgy in 1992, and that was it. It never appeared again and never would resurface again, and as we move further into this list, these one and done stations will now start to become far more common. Now, this is one where there really isn't much to go on in regards to facts about the location, other than it's situated near Hallwind Lake. The Haunted Station first and only appearance was in the 1998 episode Haunted Henry from season 5. The station was long abandoned in the episode, yet for some reason the fogman, Old Bailey, is there. Weird. And after trying to warn Henry of the landslide, the Fat Controller opens the station again, and well, that's it. In typical season 5 fashion, this time we have the intersection station. The station's only appearance is in By George from Series 5, released in 1998. The story of the station goes is that it's situated on an old line that's being paved over and turned into a road. George being George paves over the intersection, causing Thomas to derail, crashing through a chicken coop in the nearby farm. No history is ever given to the station, and as such is never seen in the series again. Kirk Ronan is situated on the southern coast of Sodor and is a port town for the island. The station is situated on the Kirk Ronan branch line and is a terminus for the line. The first appearance of the station aired in 1998 with Season 5's A Better View for Gordon, and would go on to appear in several episodes before last appearing in Make Someone Happy in 1998. Fun fact about this station is that it was meant to air in Season 5's bar, but the scene was deleted, and the fact the station's signs incorrectly display Kirk Ronan all as one word. The station would never be seen again, but the concept art would go on to be used for Crovan's Gate. Now we take a huge leap back to Season 1 with Lower Arlesburgh. The station is situated on Toby's branch line, overlooking a small pond and a road running beside it. Famously, this is where Toby met the Fat Controller for the first time whilst on holiday with his grandchildren. The station was originally reused for the gatekeeper's house at Knapford Crossing. First appearing in Thomas and Bertie, released in 1984, it would only ever appear in 2 episodes, with the last appearance being in Toby and the Stout Gentleman. Situated to the east of Wellsworth, Miners' Halt station was used for transporting workers from the village to the mines. Placed on the aptly named coal in plant branch line, the most unoriginal named line I think there is in the series, its only ever appearance would be in Season 5's A Surprise for Percy, released in 1998. Technically it appears in Series 6 and 7 with music videos Never 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 Give Up and Troublesome Trucks, but series wise, it's a one and done in Season 5. Now when making this video I didn't realise that this one would appear on the list, but alas, Tidmouth Station is on here. The station has 2 platforms, 3 through roads, and is covered by a grand glass roof. Near to the station is a third berth shed which once homed Thomas, Percy and Toby. Depending on which map you consult, positioned as one of the big stations on the island, it served the main line, the headland line, the loop line, Toby's branch line and the Little Western. First appearing in Season 2 with Thomas Percy and the Coal, airing in 1986, it would feature in prominent episodes such as Runaway, Brake Van, The Deputation, Thomas Comes to Breakfast, Ghost Train, Escape, and its last appearance being in 1992 with the Season 3 episode Bulgy. Situated on the Little Western, Tidmouth Hault is a small seaside station near the main town of Tidmouth. The station was constructed alongside the opening of Duck's branch line and has a small yard, engine shed and a hut for workmen which famously burnt down before old slow coach was put in its place. First appearing in Series 3's Percy's Promise back in 1991, it would go on to appear in many episodes such as Time for Trouble, Donald's Duck, Thomas Percy and the Post Train, Tightrope, Old Slow Coach before last appearing in 1998 with Season 5's Make Someone Happy. Now this is a station that always sticks in my mind as appearing more times than it actually did. Upper Brendam is situated on Edward's branch line to the north of Brendam town. The station is placed in between Lower Sudbury and Brendam on the line and has 1 platform with a road running alongside the station. First appearing in 1986 with Series 2's Bertie's Chase, it would go on to appear in The Runaway, One Good Turn, Tender Engines and finally appeared in 1992 with Series 3's Escape. Not a bad list of episodes for this one. Fair play. Also known as the first station, Cros-ny-Cuirn is situated on the Scarlowy Railway between Crovan's Gate and Bluebell Valley. Fun fact about the station itself, it's based on the Welshpool Raven Square station on the Welshpool and the Llanfair Light Railway. First appearing in season 4 in 1995 with Sleeping Beauty, the station would go on to appear in You Can't Win, Rock and Roll, and its final appearance being in Special Funnel. We would see it again in Series 5's music video, It's Great to Be an Engine, but after that, the station is lost to time. Rheneas, also referred to as Middle Station, is situated on the Scarlowy Railway with a waterfall in which Rheneas is named after. The station has a watermill close by which is based off the Mewcaster waterfall near the Ravenglass and Eskdale Railway. First appearing in Series 4's Grand Puff in 1995, the station was a prominent throughout Series 4 with You Can't Win, Sleeping Beauty, Passengers and Polish, Four Little Engines before lastly appearing in Series 5's Make Someone Happy. And that's it folks, 14 stations that came and went throughout the golden years of Thomas and Friends. It's hard to believe that some of these are even on this list. Tidmouth was one that I have so many memories of throughout the years of the model series, and it's appeared in some banger episodes, but alas, it was left aside like so many of the others. After Series 5, it seemed to gain inconsistencies, and that would become a lot more frequent from what I've read as the show goes on. The writers wanted to water down the world building, and the map of the island and locations were just trimmed out. Now that's not to say if David and Britt had stayed at the helm going forward together that some of these stations would have showed up again. A lot of these one and done stations were from Series 5, and I put that down for them showing off a little bit. Paramount wanted to know what the duo could do before Thomas's big screen debut, and so a lot of these were probably created for the heck of it. The Intersection Station, the Haunted Station are great examples of this. Also, when making this, I was having trouble with a few places like the Old Mine and Castle and Toby's Discovery. Do these locations technically have stations? If they do, they're never shown, so I didn't include them. There was also certain stations like the Seaside Station and Scarlowy that technically do show up in stock footage past Season 5, so they weren't included even though I was toying with the idea. But yeah, those are the lost stations of Sodor, well, the golden years of Sodor. I really hope you've enjoyed that folks, I had fun making it. I will try to stick to one of these specials once a month going forward, and would love to know what you think should be the next topic. Maybe lost landmarks, stations of the Railway series books that haven't disappeared. There are a number of ideas, but until next time, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!